Hey, this is a series where I take a silver account all the way to diamond. Currently we're sitting around Emerald 4 at 69 LP. In this game, we're up against a Shyvana, and it's going to be quite a difficult game considering their team. They have a Heimerdinger and what is this, Azir? It's a very hard lane to gank because they're very slippery, evasive. The same thing with LeBlanc. LeBlanc's very annoying to deal with. Shyvana's not that troublesome until she hits level 6. She can kill you, she can invade you. If you are up against the Shyvana, you want to make sure you pay attention when she hits level 6. So here, I'm starting my bot side and pathing up because I have a Sona Kog'Maw bot lane versus a Heimer and Azir. Most likely not going to be able to touch that lane for a long time until I have my level 6. So instead, I'm going to try to do something in the early game around the top side. Shyvana doesn't have the greatest gank, so I start on the bot side and just full clear, making my way up. Unfortunately, Trundle does go down to an all-in at level 1. He TP's back, and now he's got like a health lead. This is a game I was considering dodging, just very not in my favor. Like, my team doesn't really help me in any way. Trundle Pillar and Sona ulti. Very coin flippy this team. Instead, decide to skip my blue and my Gromp here because I see Fiora is like trying to fight Trundle again. Fiora gets really low, and I try to find her, and I eventually run into this Shyvana. Now, what I should have done was actually play this a little bit differently. Because she didn't see me yet, but I wasn't sure if she saw me yet. That's why I immediately Q auto E here. What I should have done is I should have charged Q, went in this corner, and then as soon as she sees me, push her back away from this wall. She doesn't have time to flash away or anything. See? She flashes away immediately. And Fiora gets away. I was looking for the Fiora. I wasn't really looking for the Shyvana, but taking Shyvana's flash early is not a bad thing. I see how low she is. I know she has her last camp up. She's got 20 CS at this moment, so I'm going to contest her on her Krugs while I have the little time to do so. I can't take too long because Fiora's going to be on her way back here. So I have to keep in mind that Fiora is coming back from base. I can't just sit in this Shyvana's jungle forever. I'm also paying attention to LeBlanc to see if she rotates. Being very strong and knowing when to contest camps and when to back away. If you can play that fine line of aggression, but also calculated aggression where you're not dying every time you go for a play, then you can get advantages like this. So here, I'm just gonna clear this ward here. She's doing the little Krug. I try to pull this as far as I can. And look, Fiora's on her way. I think I try to come over here E. My E is coming off, but she steals a couple of them. Yeah, she steals most of them, unfortunately. However, she's really low and she's unable to really contest this crab unless LeBlanc comes over here. So I decided to go for the crab for myself. And now I have Prado top lane, so if she comes, I have Trundle with me. I highly doubt that she's going to try to invade me here. The best thing Shyvana can do, is go for this bot side crab, reset, and then go back to her bot side Gromp break here. And I'm going to have a little lead on her because I stole kind of some of her camp, right? It's really nice. She may have some tempo on against me, but again, this is a very slow game. No one's fighting. No one's trying to... If anyone's fighting, it's the enemy team because they win in lane and we don't. LeBlanc beats Katarina in lane. Azir Heimer beats bot lane. So when you have losing lanes like this, you want to make sure that you play very passive. You don't want to force things because you can easily make the game unwinnable by just forcing a bad gank, wasting too much time, and then falling behind, and also forcing your lanes to fall behind. You don't want to give your lanes false sense of security when you staying around them if you're not really intending on playing around them. Katarina gets really low here. I'm considering going for this LeBlanc here. And look at how I chase this guy. You need to be very conscious of this when you chase people. You want to make sure that you hide yourself as long as you can. And chase as long as you can. You want to think like the enemy player. Where are they going to recall? Right? Where do they think that they are safe? I know that LeBlanc used flash here. So if I can get into my Q range, I know for a fact that I can kill her. If we look at her perspective, let's look at this. She saw me come through here. I sweep through here, so she doesn't know if I'm following her or not. Look at this. She doesn't see me. And she starts recalling right here. And I kill her. 1 Q out of E. And also electrocute allows it, finishes off the kill for me, which is beautiful. Guys, you want to chase down these kills. Like, if you see a laner that's low HP, it's the same thing with a Fiora over here. I went over there because I wanted to see if I could kill her. Don't let the enemy laners just recall for free if you know they're low HP. I kind of presume I could do Dragon because I know Shyvana did like a very, very late clear, right? And she's kind of behind me. Like, I'm level 5. She has reset because I kind of forced her to. And she's deciding to clear her camps again, right? Like, she's clearing like this. And I try to sneak a dragon here. And it works out for the better. Definitely works out for the better here. Looks like she's popping down towards the dragon, but I take the dragon really quickly, even without any items. If you guys are wondering about, like, when's the best time to go for dragons, first, consider the type of dragon. If it's Cloud Dragon, it's not that great. And if it's Hextech Dragon, that's not great either because they shoot at you at a faster rate and deal more damage. The Fire Dragon and the Mountain Dragon, however, they deal like practically no damage. So if you're level 5, you can definitely take a dragon on Vi. I just like to take dragons if I'm either level 5 or have like an item like Dirk or something. So here I go back and I buy a Dirk in a tier. I come over here. I'm pretty strong. Shyvana like tries to contest me on this crab here, and she's lower HP. And I just brought a Dirk, so I'm pretty confident about this fight, even though I missed my Q. I know that once my Q comes back up, I can kill her for sure. And that was actually quite delayed. I could have escaped this LeBlanc, but I pretty much go 1 for 1. But it's okay. If I have the lead and I can go 1 for 1, and it's going to set me more ahead, then I'll definitely go for it. I'm clearing my camps up. Again, I can't really affect the bot lane until I have level 6. There's no point in going places that you can't really affect because you're just going to waste your time. If it's low probability of it working, then there's no point of really going in. You have to consider as Vi, if I go in and Hammerdingers has turrets set up, like, I can't get out. You guys are memeing or something. They're trying to do some weird turret setup because Azir, Heimerdinger, like, what is that? That's really weird. I figure if Sona and Kokma can just scale in the lane, then we're gonna have a free late game to just destroy them. And we see Shyvana on the Rift Herald here. She has to flash away. Yeah, she ults away. That's a really nice roam by the Trundle there to check the Rift Herald. Wow, and Trundle straight up kills the Fiora in the top lane after. I think I was considering going up here to rift this, but then I decided just to go back and clear my camps. Yeah, the idea here is I'm gonna wait for Fiora to come back to lane. With this freeze, I can kill her because I have ulti, right? And then we can take the tower. And I end up waiting like 15 seconds for this play, I would say. I do this thing called fake resetting, right? And people don't talk about this either. As a jungler, you want to reset, but there could be a potential play. So you just keep spamming your recall over and over. However, I'm not sure if this was warded or not. That's why she didn't walk up. It was warded. You're going to see me fake recall a few times here. So if this wasn't warded, this definitely would have worked. Unfortunately, it was warded. I do end up wasting like a little bit of time here. I have no camps up though. Like, I guess Shyvana's down here. She can steal my Krugs. I'm trying to take the time to see if I can get like a really nice play here. Because if I can kill Fiora here, that means we can get this tower for sure. And that will really snowball us. And I can get like my next item. And I finally decide to leave. And that's exactly when she moves. Just unfortunate. You can't really like do anything about that once you get the Rift. In hindsight, it's always nice when you reset with Rift to take a pink ward so that you can actually still like gank and make a play after you take Rift. So I see LeBlanc here, So I'm like, okay, I'm not really, I don't really want to force anything. I see Izzy like 1 HP though. The reason why I smite E him here is because he exhausted me, so I didn't want to E him and accidentally not kill him. I ulted him and then E with smite to get electrocute proc, because if you're exhausted, you don't actually have enough attack speed to auto E. So to get the most damage off as possible, I smite E so I get electrocute proc. Unfortunately here, I miss the LeBlanc when she jumps onto the Cogpaw. And I can't really do anything after that. I already expended my ult. Like, I just kind of have to play safe. So Katarina comes up. So I try to drop the rift here. Maybe find something. This LeBlanc is very strong. She's 4 kills right now. And she goes for this weird build. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I remember this. I walk into the Shyvana and end up dying. She was sitting in this bush and I face check her. It's better to show you guys like a nice game like this where you can see me struggle a little bit in the early game, and I show you guys how you can still like pull ahead from the rest. Here I was considering invading the Shyvana here, but then I decided, hey, I have like my level 6 coming up. I know that Azir used his flash and his exhaust. So I can path bot now. You see how my pathing changes now that the game is in a different state? I'm a little bit stronger. I can pretty much like one shot if I have my ultimate. I decide to start pathing to his bot lane now. Azir does like a lane swap with LeBlanc. I'm not sure why. And I'm kind of cautious here. Like I don't know where anyone is. Yeah, she's right there. I missed my IQ on her. That's pretty dangerous. But she doesn't have anything else to follow up after she chunks me here. It's just disgustingly gross how much damage she can do as she's building full 80. She can still burst me like this. I can't do anything to help that. And I don't actually see Shyvana come through. And she ends up just being able to kill me for free. It's very unfortunate. I was so confused because I was paying so close attention to the map. But she did sweep all the way and she did not get spotted. This was actually a really nice invade from her, because she's utilizing the pressure that like LeBlanc when she bursted me down over here. And she takes my red and my Krugs. And we're behind now. I think she goes for a bot lane play here. Like a dive with a tower. But it goes really sour when she gets stunned under tower by the Sona. Stupid. She tries to flash away, I think, and the turret shot follows her. Cogmonk gets the kill. You see, I love how they get to play passive, and the enemies just end up making mistakes. And instead of coming bot lane here, trying to salvage this fight, I come to the top side, try to utilize this time that Shyvana is dead to like take her camps up here. We also see this Fiora that's really low HP. She starts running down my Trundle, and I try to come over here and help him. Now here I start lagging, so I pull the trigger very late when I go to Q the Fiora, because I wanted to make sure I actually hit it. Yeah, I do kill her, but I think I could have saved the Trundle if I QR'd. It's just something to think about. I shove this wave out. I'm pretty sure this gives up a gold bounty, so it's just really nice getting this tower here. Since I showed on the top side, I'm very like cautious of this whole area here, because anyone could be setting up in this bush, especially LeBlanc or Shyvana. Maybe not Shyvana because she's coming off of a reset, but LeBlanc can definitely be here. But because I have no information, like everyone's missing from the map, I have to be extremely careful. You always want to play careful when you don't have information. I see LeBlanc mid. She's the biggest threat. Heimerdinger actually makes a really nice roam here, and he pings his Shyvana to come over here. Trundle and I were coming over, maybe thinking about doing the rift. I think he sets it up, he starts it, and I'm pinging like I'm gonna come. I didn't want to do it yet because we don't have mid prio, right? And people were missing on the map. Yeah, I think I just completely skip it. It was too risky. We see Shyvana come over here, and I'm thinking she's alone. So that's why I come over here so confidently. I see the Heimerdinger, he tries to blow me up, so he pretty much chunks half my HP. I have to reset. I'm thinking, it's fine. Maybe I could just go for the bot side drag. Katarina's roaming, so instead of resetting here, I decide to push out the wave just to punish the LeBlanc. And now, like, they're trying to, like, force a fight down here while they're taking Rift top lane, so I come here, just make sure that LeBlanc is dead. I get her big shutdown, which is really, really big. And this is really what allows me to snowball. And I see Shyvana top lane, so the first thing I do is I make sure to check her bot side. just to see if I can steal any camps away from her while she's on the top side. But there's nothing up. She's pushing top lane with the Rift-Tailed. Trundle is going to be back up and he has TP, so I'm not too worried. And I can go for this second drag. First thing I do is I drop this pink ward so they can't see me and try to do it as fast as I can. I know that Shyvana can't make it back here on time because she was just topside. She's off her reset right now. Heimerdinger is just really what he's doing is leashing me. If he didn't touch this, it would have been better because his team would have been able to catch up before we actually finished doing the dragon. But this was really helpful of him. Now, I get the dragon here, and that's all I really wanted. But my team is coming here like we're going to fight. I'm not looking to fight here. So I get the dragon, and I immediately Q away. Because I saw this fight, and I was like, heck no. I'm not taking this fight. And I literally just go back to farming. I'll literally farm in the faces of my dying allies if I think they're doing something stupid. Like fighting when they shouldn't be. We already got the dragon. We only needed me and Katarina. I don't know why 3 people has to die, right? It's really unnecessary. So I actually chunk out the LeBlanc here because she wasn't really paying attention. I'm able to push out this lane. I had a lot of gold to spend at that time, so I did reset. Came back. I kill this Heimerdinger. I'm never gonna expend my ults on the LeBlanc unless I know for sure I can kill her. Okay, guys, you don't want to randomly just I find the kill on her there, but you never want to randomly just go in and ult the LeBlanc because she can just kite you and run away. You have to make sure when you touch her, she's gonna die. You have to one-touch kill her. Otherwise, she's just gonna make a fool out of you. Don't even bother trying to fight her. Just go for her when she messes up or you're strong enough to like one-touch kill her. Because the only other way you're killing her is if you have a teammate. I was really scared that Shyvana had flash here because if she just flashed away, she could have definitely lived. I don't know why she didn't flash. She had it up. I used my flash to connect on her and she used her R to buffer the CC. And then I followed her with ult. She could have flashed away and lived, but she decided to die to me for whatever reason. And I'm not really concerned about my own team. They all want us FF this game. I'm the only one really performing. I'm 8-3-0, and I say no. We're not going to surrender. I don't like type anything mean to my team. I don't like flame anybody. I kind of just let them do their own thing. Trundle has been losing lane, but he's actually becoming quite a menace. The CS that he's been getting, he's been able to stay even against the Fiora, even though she has 6 kills. And he starts split pushing, and that's very helpful for us because it gives me pressure to play around. And I get this really early level 23 item power spike. If you can get early kills and you get to this point, you can carry almost every single one of your games. I promise you. Your items after are only for situational use. I think I go Edge of Night because I realize if I go GA, what's gonna happen? I'll go in, kill somebody. LeBlanc can just chain me the second I come back off of my cooldown of a GA. So I decide not to go for GA. The Edge of Night is going to help me against Heimerdinger and Azir as well. Even against the skirmishers like Shyvana and Fiora, it could really be helpful. I clear my bot side and I'm thinking about going over to their jungle, but I'm not going to take this gate because that's going to telegraph exactly where I go if I go over any wards, and it's going to telegraph my position as I land. So instead, I just walk up to see what's going on. I see him like setting up over here, so I just decided to push the wave. And LeBlanc contests me off of the wave, so I kind of just concede and give it to her. Honestly, Katarina isn't doing bad for the matchup she's in, especially considering I haven't been helping her a single time. I see Heimerdinger set up all his turrets. I just destroy them here in one go. Here's LeBlanc kind of overextending again, building this weird AD build. I mess up my Q over the wall here, which is really unfortunate, but I still come over here and start chasing because I know we can get kills. That's not the real LeBlanc, by the way. I was just queuing it. I don't know the reason why, to be honest. I'm able to just run up and smite kill this Azir and then ult onto the Heimerdinger here. And because their team is kind of wacky, they only have like strong laning phase. Azir and Heimerdinger are, since they didn't get such a strong lead in the early game, they're really easy to deal with. If I can touch them a single time, they're gonna die. Again, I'm not gonna fight LeBlanc. There's never a reason to fight this champion unless you can kill her right away. So I most likely can't get this dragon here. I still want to kind of try because I know I'm really strong. So I come over, I see Shyvana's on it, but I still want to make sure I kill her so she doesn't like flash and steal it. Heimerdinger though, nasty guy. I killed the Azir, but he kills this with his ultimate. I try to get in range to to smite it, but I can't. I do end up killing the Heimerdinger. LeBlanc kills me though and gets my shutdown, which is not ideal, but honestly she's going this really weird build, so I don't mind it. Again, I see the LeBlanc, not gonna chase her. I see Fiora up on the top side, and I can definitely take this 1v1. So I just come to and clear the wave. If she wants to stay and try to fight me, I'll definitely fight her. The main downfall of our team is Katarina can't really hold waves by herself, and she can't side lane, like she can't solo lane by herself either. Katarina's a very strong champion when she's out like utilizing her strengths, but she's very weak traditionally as a mid laner. Toronto comes in this epic battle here and ends up coming out on top. His items are just better suited to fight the Shyvana here. He has 3 items, and this Hullbreaker is giving him a lot of resistances here. I'm resetting here, but I think I saw my recall because I think I can actually kill them, and I can. Again, one touch kills them. If I can touch Heimerdinger or Azir, they're gonna die. Q auto E on one person, R to the next. I come in position here to try to see if I can steal the red buff, but it's already taken. I come up to the Krugs and take the Krugs. I start resetting because they're starting to push down mid lane. I kind of have to be like the gatekeeper of our waves at this point because I'm the strongest on our team. Hawkmoth's gonna collect this wave for free, but I need to make sure that I'm near him so that if someone collapses on him, I can actually like help him. But he's been doing a really good job of actually staying in the game by just farming decently. He's not farming good, just decent enough to not be useless. I see them pushing up mid lane, so I start to come over. The fight kind of like subsides, and I immediately come as soon as the fight starts to break out. I flash onto the Shyvana, knock her to the side. Sona kills the Shyvana, and I end up killing the Azir and the Heimerdinger again. So they didn't play to their strengths enough in the early game, I feel. This is really interesting here. I decide to run, not because I don't think I can kill the Fiora here. It's because I want to make sure I can get away from tower aggro before I take the fight. She's like trying to run me down thinking she can kill me here, but I'm 4 items. Yeah, it doesn't go well for her. So she pretty much slowed me with her W, I believe. So I have to kind of wait for my opportunity to Q auto E her and burst her. If I just try to auto attack, it's going to be really slow as it comes out. But if I can kind of delay it, if I just charge Q and then just burst her down in one shot. I'll show you guys one more time. So I Q away. I'm really low here. I E her once. I auto. So now she has 2 procs on her, right? She's Dentering Blows proc and she has Cleaver as well. So I Q and that like procs my electric Q and procs my W. And I can just blow her up right there. I love Vi, honestly, guys. I love how she can think she can kill me and I can turn around and kill her. If you know your damage well, you can do plays like this. And now the score is relatively even. 55k, they have 56k. They're up like 700 gold. Now, in times like these, you guys have to be very careful about the way you play the late game. Because one of 2 things is going to happen. You're going to use your lead and close out the game. You're gonna die a couple times and your death timer is gonna be so long that everyone's gonna catch up and then outscale you. Those are the 2 things that can happen, and you need to play it very precisely this late game, because if you're not taking advantage of the objectives and pressure on the map, the game will get stalled out and then you'll just get outscaled. I mean, they have a Heimerdinger and Azir. If those guys get their items, it's gonna be trouble for me. Same with Shyvana. If Shyvana completes all of her items, it can be very hard for me to kill her. We probably could. I misjudged the enemy team. I thought they were immediately going to do dragon as we did Baron. So I didn't ping or call for this dragon, but we definitely could have went over and contested, or at least done it. I buy a red pot. I'm full build now. Very strong. 16, 4, and 3. They take the dragon, and there's nothing I can do about it. I see like LeBlanc like just walking around. I guess she was trying to like go W over here. So I just Q her and she just dies. So Q auto E kills her there. And I see these guys recalling over here, and I'm thinking maybe I could just kill them because I'm really strong. So I just Q in range, ult. The crazy thing, guys, about Assassin Vi and full item build, you can ult somebody Q, R, and then your Q is back off of cooldown. I keep telling you, my Q is a 2.64 second cooldown. It's crazy. Crazy, guys. So you can use your Q to get in range to R, and then use your Q again to kill them as they come off of the CC. Look at that Q, and she's dead. I think I E'd the tower for 1700 damage. That was a mistake, but that was a pretty nasty crit considering I only have 20% crit right now. But I'm still really strong. Like, I think my blast shield comes up right here. No, it doesn't. But Q, auto, and then Kog'Maw is gonna finish off the kill right there. And now I'm just pushing in the wave here. They may have gotten the dragon, but I've claimed 3 of their lives, and now I'm gonna take this inhib. If no one can stop me, I'm gonna take this. But I think Azir comes down and like threatens to like kill me here, so I just run away. I see Fiora kind of close, so I Q over and E her. And now I'm going to go straight to the top side. While my team can siege, I can't siege, so I'm going to split. Of course, I can always stand here and just be like a nuisance for the enemy team so they can't engage on my team. But I'm not going to count on that. I'm just going to push out the top lane instead. So a fight breaks out here. I think I saw Jaime, and I was trying to Q onto him here. They're chasing Sona, and I'm thinking I might be stuck, so I might have to channel my recall here because their entire team is like surrounding me, right? But I decide, you know what? I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna fight them one at a time, and it's pretty badass. Take a look. I Q in R, kill the Azir, and then I just start killing the inhib. Trundle takes the mid inhib. Fiora like flashes on me. I don't know why. She's so eager to fight me, but she's not stronger than me. So she tries to like Q flash on me. I Q auto. I think so this is important. If you can dodge Fiora's W, you can kill her very easily because you don't get attack speed slowed. So I think I Q auto, and then instead of hitting E, I just like I sidestep so I can dodge her Q. So I dodge her Q there. She hits Vital on me, but God, do I do damage. She thinks she could fight me. She thinks. But no, I'm really strong. Especially with the spell shield, the Edge of Night, it really helps me. I'm thinking here I can proc my black shield and Q onto her, but she just like immediately blows me up as I Q onto her, unfortunately. But it is the end of the game. Look at this. It's too much for them. And we end the game with a nice score of 21, 5, and 4. And this is going to be Klassicalkill out.